We call it fancy sauce.
For me.
For decades now, pretty much every fast food place has unveiled a secret sauce that allegedly gives their food a unique zing their competitors could only dream of. And for just as long, people have been trying to figure out what exactly is in them. So, today, we're blowing the lid off the secret behind every secret sauce. But before we get started, be sure to subscribe to the Weird History Food channel. After that, please leave a comment and let us know what other savory secrets you would like to hear about next. Okay, can you keep a secret?
It's my fancy sauce.
Humans have been stirring up sauces to flavor their dishes for nearly all of recorded history. The word sauce is French, and it's probably derived from the Latin salsus, which means salted. That word would have been on the lips of ancient Romans who used it to describe a fish sauce called garum, which they inherited from the ancient Greeks. Garum is the oldest known recorded European sauce, and in case you're wondering, it likely tasted something like modern Asian fish sauces, which also go back quite a ways. For example, the Chinese soybean paste-based sauce, doubanjiang, was mentioned in the ancient rites of Zhou, which dates back to at least the 2nd century BCE. That's an old recipe. Of course, when it comes to fast food, we often think more in terms of condiments, like ketchup and mustard, than we do in terms of sauces. Technically, a condiment differs from a sauce in that you generally add a condiment after the food has been prepared to either enhance or add to its flavor, unless you're one of those weirdos who likes cooked mayonnaise. Tomato ketchup, arguably the Mickey Mouse of condiments, goes back to about 1812, when its recipe was first recorded by Philadelphia horticulturist James Meese. It gets its name from coachiop, a type of fish sauce that's similar to garum. Mustard, on the other hand, goes back around 2,500 years to the Greeks and to the Romans, who started off using a paste made from the seeds of various mustard plants for medicinal reasons. Eventually, they realized they just loved the taste of it, and the first recipe for mustard, the condiment, was written down in the 1st century CE. The bright yellow mustard you see everywhere today, however, is pure 20th century. It was created by the RT French Company and then unveiled at the 1904 World's Fair that was held in St. Louis, Missouri. Yellow mustard does have an undeniable World's Fair energy. The word condiment is derived from the Latin condimentum, meaning spice, seasoning, sauce, as well as from condire, meaning preserve, pickle, season. Throughout much of history, condiment was used to describe foods that had been pickled. But today, condiment is a broad category that includes sauces. In other words, a sauce is a type of condiment. And for the record, ketchup isn't the best-selling condiment in the US. Neither is mustard. It's actually, drumroll please, mayonnaise. And the number 2 bestseller is ranch dressing. Ketchup doesn't show up until number 3, and mustard is number 5, right behind hot sauce. The best-known secret sauce, or in this case, special sauce, is probably the one found on the McDonald's Big Mac. It was invented by McDonald's franchise owner Jim Delegati and later made famous by the company's Big Mac jingle.
2 all beef patty special sauce.
Sesame bun.
But the Big Mac debuted in 1964, and secret sauces go back much, much further. In fact, the terms secret sauce and special sauce date all the way back to the mid-19th century, when they were so ubiquitous, it's now all but impossible to determine who coined the terms. The practice of putting special sauce on burgers, however, is a little easier to pin down. That began in the 1940s, with early examples including Ann's Special Sauce, which came on the deluxe hamburgers served at the Pier 40 Tavern in Honolulu, as well as the open-faced jumbo hamburger with special sauce you could get for 40 cents at the Green Room, located in the Hotel Heidelberg in Jackson, Mississippi. You probably can't get those anymore.
Nah, it's okay. It's probably not good on fish anyway.
The first fast food place to have a secret sauce was arguably California's In-N-Out Burger, which was also the first fast food place to have a drive-thru, hence the name. In-N-Out's house sauce, known as spread, has been made from the same recipe since 1948, and Jack in the Box threw its pointy hat into the secret sauce ring in 1951. McDonald's may not have invented secret sauces, but the Big Mac jingle made them famous. Customers had to know what was so special about it, and after that, every fast food place had to have one. But just because McDonald's special sauce is the most famous, doesn't mean it's also the best. For instance, some fast food enthusiasts rank Chick-fil-A sauce head and feathers above the rest. Described as a smoky mustard dipping sauce, it was created by an Atlanta franchise owner in 1983. And it was so popular, customers started demanding it at other Chick-fil-A locations. Today, it's available in bottled form at the supermarket, and the chain itself is almost as popular for its sauce as it is for its chicken. The same could be said for the fast-growing franchise Raising Cane and its cane sauce. Described as a tangy, vinegary condiment that has a taste profile something like Thousand Island dressing, Thrillist called it one of the most perfect sauces to dip chicken in that's ever been created. Wendy's Swasum sauce, which the chain itself describes as combining tangy, sweet, and smoky into one savory flavor, has also developed a following. Similar to taste to Chick-fil-A sauce and the Big Mac's special sauce, it remained on the menu long after the chicken strips it was originally paired with disappeared. Other notable secret sauces include Whataburger Spicy Ketchup, which is ketchup with a jalapeno kick, Zaxby's Zax sauce, Burger King's Zesty sauce, Jack in the Box's Good sauce, Taco Bell Fire sauce, Shake Shack's Shack sauce, Hardee's and Carl's Jr.'s Big Twin sauce, and Arby's Horsey sauce, which may or may not be made from horsies. Coca-Cola has never patented its cola recipe because a patent would eventually expire, making the recipe public knowledge. Instead, the company has opted to try and keep the formula secret. Hey, we did an episode about that. For the same reasons, restaurant chains like McDonald's and Chick-fil-A rarely patent their recipes, which includes their secret sauces. But how does a global burger chain with over 100,000 employees keep a secret? Well, if you are one of the very few people who are ever allowed a glimpse at the recipes, then you've signed an ironclad non-disclosure agreement guaranteeing you'll be sued into oblivion if you ever spill the beans. In fact, the practice of drafting NDAs is often referred to in the legal profession as protecting your secret sauce. Other precautions are taken as well. McDonald's has a whole fancy security process that lets it manufacture and deliver its special sauce without letting the recipe fall into the wrong hands, such as the Burger King's. But despite all this caution, the secret behind most signature spreads is a secret in name only. Believe it or not, it's also usually the same secret: Thousand Island dressing. Okay, we're oversimplifying, but the list of fast food places that use house sauces which greatly just imitate Thousand Island and/or Russian dressing is vast. That list includes In-N-Out Spread, Hardee's and Carl's Jr. Special Sauce, Shake Shack's Shake Sauce, Zaxby's Zax Sauce, Raising Cane's Cane Sauce, or Red Robin's Campfire Sauce. You're really just enjoying the taste of Thousand Island dressing or its close cousin, Russian dressing.
I want some fancy sauce.
There are even more examples beyond that, but for the most part, most secret sauces are a variation of those Thousand Isles, which include some combination of ketchup, mayonnaise, Worcestershire sauce, pickle relish, onion, garlic, and spices. Of course, there are always players in the game who like to get a little more creative. McDonald's, for example, doesn't use ketchup or tomato paste in their sauce. Arby's omits the mayonnaise. KFC adds in some Dijon mustard. And Jack in the Box tosses in mustard and Tabasco, because you can always count on Jack in the Box to go too far. But not every sauce has Thousand Island in its contacts list. Chick-fil-A sauce is actually a mix of honey mustard, barbecue sauce, and ranch, allegedly created by accident by that legendary franchise owner while on his lunch break. Similarly, the fast casual dining chain Culver's serves an unusual concoction of blue cheese, buttermilk ranch, and Parmesan. Also, secret sauce recipes aren't carved in stone. Even McDonald's iconic special sauce has changed quite a bit over the years. When first introduced, it actually came in 2 distinct flavors, although they were quickly combined into one for sake of consistency. That combination was initially marketed as secret sauce and wouldn't become known as special sauce for some time. Mickey D's, apparently having never heard of New Coke, changed their secret sauce recipe entirely in 1991. Customers, and even some McDonald's executives, never really took to the new stuff, so McDonald's reverted to their original formula in 2004. Never mess with the classics. Few chains put much marketing emphasis on the secret nature of secret sauces anymore. But house sauces have become ubiquitous in modern fast food culture. Almost every franchise now offers a variety of house sauces. And while there's not much evidence that they're meaningful sales drivers, it's widely believed they help create brand loyalty by allowing every chain to offer something you can't get anywhere else. And after all, That's the whole point of having a signature item. That being said, we meant that part about something you can't get anywhere else, more spiritually than literally. Most of these sauces have been closely duplicated by enthusiastic fan recreation recipes that are widely circulated online. In fact, there are so many of these do-it-yourself secret sauces that it's nearly impossible to figure out which is the single most imitated, although Chick-fil-A Spread and McDonald's Big Mac Lather are clear favorites. No surprises there. The idea of a signature sauce has become so ubiquitous that you don't even have to dine out to try one. You can also get supermarket brands like Sir Kensington's Special Sauce, Sweet Baby Ray's Secret Sauce, and Hidden Valley Ranch Secret Sauce. And why shouldn't Hidden Valley make a secret sauce? It's right there in the name. So what do you think? What's your favorite secret sauce? Let us know in the comments below, and while you're at it, check out some of these other weird history food videos.